Hey guys, it's Lake Shia. I have once again been on a hiatus, but I have graduated school with honors. I've been sick and I lost my voice there for a little while, and I'm still dealing with that, as you can tell, because I sound really nasally. I've been starting some things for a new channel. It's a gaming channel, so that's pretty exciting as well. And I've been having some phone issues, and that is what I record on, so I haven't been able to record you guys anything in a few weeks, and I do apologize about that. So it's just been a bunch of little things like that that's been keeping me from posting anything. So as an update, I am 11 weeks and 6 days today. So by the time you guys see it, I will be 12 weeks because mine rolls over on Saturdays. And that's crazy to me because I feel like it was going really slow, but whenever I look back on like week 3 and I think about like how far I've come, it's actually kind of flown by. So to catch up on everything for the past few weeks, I started reading a book that my friend Sarah has given me, and it's really neat. So I figured I would go over the weeks by what the book is saying on the weekly updates. And it's called Your Pregnancy Week by Week, and it's by Glade B. Curtis, MD, OBGYN, and Judith Schuler, I hope I said that right, MS. So, yeah, I'm going to go over what this is saying. So, week 9, the crown to rump length of the embryo is 0.9 inch to 1.2 inches. This is close to the size of a medium green olive. How your baby is growing and developing. If you could look inside your uterus, you would see many changes in your baby. The illustration on the next page shows some of them. Your baby's arms and legs are longer. Hands are flexed at the wrist to meet over the heart area. They continue to extend in front of the body. Fingers are longer and the tips are slightly enlarged where touch pads are developing. The feet are approaching the midline of the body and may be long enough to meet in front of the torso. The head is more erect and the neck is more developed. The eyelids almost cover the eyes up to this time. The eyes have been uncovered. External ears are evident and well formed. Your baby now moves its body and limbs. This movement may be seen during an ultrasound exam. The baby looks more recognizable as a human being, although it is extremely small. It is probably impossible to distinguish a male or female. External organs of the male and female appear very similar and will not be distinguishable for another few weeks. So this is what it's showing, and that right there is the actual size of the baby. Week 10. By the 10th week of pregnancy, the crown to rump length of the growing baby is about 1.25 to 1.68 inches. At this time, we can start measuring how much the baby weighs. Before this week, weight was too small to measure weekly differences. Now that the baby is starting to put on a little weight, weight is included in this section. The baby weighs close to 0.18 ounces and is the size of a small plum. And then it shows this, and that is the actual size. The end of week 10 is the end of the embryonic period. At this time, the fetal period begins. It is characterized by rapid growth of the fetus when the 3 germ layers are established. During the embryonic period, the embryo was most susceptible to things that could interfere with its development. Most congenital malformations occur before the end of week 10. It is encouraging to know that a critical part of the baby's development is safely behind you. By the end of week 10, development of organ systems and the body are well underway. The baby is beginning to look more and more human. Week 11. By this week, the crown to rump length of your baby is 1.75 to 2.4 inches, so that is way bigger than what you're used to. Fetal weight is about 0.3 ounce. Your baby is about the size of a large lime, so it's gotten much bigger. How big are you? While the big changes are occurring in your baby, changes are probably happening more slowly in you. You're almost at the end of the first trimester. Your uterus has begun growing along with the fetus inside it. It is almost big enough to fill your pelvis and may be felt in your lower abdomen, above the middle of your pubic bone. You won't be able to feel your baby moving yet. If you think you feel your baby move at this time, you either have gas or are further along in the pregnancy than you have thought. How your baby is growing and developing. Fetal growth is rapid now. The crown to rump length of your baby doubles in the next 3 weeks. As you can see in the illustration on the next page, the head is almost half the baby's entire length. As the head extends, uncurls, or tips back toward the spine, the chin rises from the chest, and the neck develops and lengthens. Fingernails appear. External genitalia are beginning to show distinguishable features. Development of the fetus into male or female is complete in another 3 weeks. All embryos begin life looking the same. Whether the embryo develops into a male or a female is determined by genetic information contained by the embryo. And there it is again, and now much bigger. This is supposed to be the actual size of the baby. So that's really exciting. I like different sources whenever it comes to information. Like I've said countless times, I am a researcher, and it just feels like it's more accurate to me if a bunch of things are saying the same thing instead of me just going to one source and going off of that. As far as symptoms goes, everything has calmed down drastically. I'm still very much emotional and TMI, but my nipples have been so sore and burning lately, and I've had a lot of discharge. And my acne has calmed down a lot, and I don't know if that's because I'm getting further into the pregnancy or if it's because I have found a cleanser that is paraffin free, is really clean, there's no chemicals in it that could harm the baby. So I don't know if it's that or I'm just getting further along in the pregnancy. But for as this video goes, that is all I have. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, comment me your thoughts, and subscribe to keep up with more content. Thanks for watching.